Am I cut out for this? Babes, you're cut out for this. Let's do this. You're cut out for this. You can do this. Come on now. This is not how I made you. Get up. Get up. Get up. What would Beyonce say? Get up. Get started. Okay. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Ubuhle Mbola, launching your careers in Ngelo Siyenu. And now, before we get started, I want to first thank you all for responding so well to my first video. I mean, I'm only just starting out and I actually had no idea what I got myself into and what I was doing. So I want to thank you all for responding very well. And I mean, I've only received great comments from you guys regarding my editing, my energy, and my content, and I plan to give you more of that in more videos to come. With those great comments, I am happy to keep delivering for you guys. So thank you all so much. In actual fact, YouTube sent me my first email congratulating me on 500 subs. In actual fact, now we're sitting on 700 subs and counting. So thank you all so much for the love. I would not be here if it weren't for you guys. I can't believe that we're here already. So guys, thank you. Please do continue to share this message with your friends and everyone that might need it, or just share it with people so that they know, you know, for conversation's sake. If they're not gonna come, let it be for conversation's sake. Have something to say about Korea if you're not gonna come, you know. You never know how that could help you. In any case, now today we're going to talk about EPIK versus TaLK. We're going to talk about the difference between these two programs and the documents that are required for each one. We're going to talk about salary, contracts, and benefits. So you really do not want to miss this, guys. So let's get started. All right, guys. So now the first thing I'm going to talk about is EPIK, English Program in Korea. We're going to talk about the requirements, the pay scale, the benefits, and the contract lastly, before we jump on to talking about the same categories with TaLK. Now with this program, it's for people that have completed their degrees only. And again, let me stress this. I don't mean to sound like influencers. A lot of you have been saying no, but a lot of you have been asking if it matters what you majored in. And I did say in the first video, and I will say it again now, it doesn't matter what you majored in, but as long as you don't have a teaching qualification, you will need to do a TaLK course. And I said that the TaLK course is to help you. It's training for you to learn how to teach English in a foreign country. So I'm going to jump straight to the documents that you're going to need when applying through EPIK. The first one is obviously a completed application form with your photo on it. And they need a photo like this. Yes, the one that you have on your passport, the one that you have on your ID. So don't try send them a selfie, because they will ask you for a different photo. I tried this and that's how I know. So you need an application form that's completed and a photo on that application form. And guys, sorry, let me tell you, because one of the people that I'm talking to on Facebook said and I went through the same thing myself. I had to redo the application form because I hadn't downloaded the Adobe program, and as a result I couldn't save my documents. So she sent it and they sent it back to her and they said she needs to do it in this way. So she needed to have downloaded the Adobe program so that she was able to send the documents in the correct format. So you need a completed application form with a photo on it. You need 2 letters of recommendation. So these could be written by any person that knows you, any person that would have managed you before. So it could have been a tutor, it could be a lecturer, it could be a manager from work, or any person that knows you and work with you professionally. So those are the people that could write these letters. And I want to stress that there's a template on the Goldkey website that you need to follow when you're writing these letters. So don't just get the people that are going to write these letters for you to write them. It's not that type of letter. They need to follow the template. It's extremely important. This is so that all your documents, so that your name appears the same across all your documents as it does on your passport. So you really want to follow these instructions and just get the template, send it to them, get them to write following that format. The second documents are the 2 letters from the school. So it's your primary school and your high school that confirm you went to an English medium school. And again, there's a template for this on the Goldkey Education website. The next set of documents are 2 sealed academic transcripts. Now, I spoke briefly about these in the first video. I said that they need to be sealed and they need to be from your campus, university or college. So again, I would like to stress that you make sure that you get these 2 academic records yourself. You send them to an office, maybe your college office, get them to put it in an envelope and stamp it for you so that it appears as though it was from your campus. This is again to avoid fraudulent activities. They assume that if it's from your university, then you couldn't have tampered with it, so it's not fraudulent. And then the next set of documents is an apostilled criminal record check. So this is the police clearance that you can get from any SAPS office. I did say in the first video that it's about 120 to get your fingerprints done, and it takes about 2 months. Sorry, you need a passport, guys. You need a passport. Now, with EPIK, you have 2 choices. You have the choice of working in a rural area, which is what they call the province, or you can work in a metropolitan city. If you're working in a metropolitan city, your salary is slightly less because obviously everyone wants to work in the city. And as it is back home, if you work in a rural area, your salary is just slightly higher, just to compensate you for living in a rural area. Now, these are the benefits that I want to talk about, guys. Sorry, I'm looking through my notes. Please do excuse me. I'm just making sure that I'm giving accurate information. So the next thing I want us to talk about is the EPIK pay scale. So there is a section on the website that says EPIK pay scale. So this is going to determine which column you fall under in terms of your salary based on your location. I already mentioned, whether you're teaching in a metropolitan city or the province, and your experience and your qualifications. So briefly, I can tell you that it ranges from 1.8 million won, Korean won, and to 2.7 million Korean won. Yes, we're millionaires in Korea, guys. And the contract is for 52 weeks, which is a year long. You're working 8 hours a day and 22 hours a week. And you get holidays and weekends off. National holidays and weekends off. A few days ago was Labor Day. On Monday is another holiday, so I'm off again then. And then next I want to talk about the benefits. The benefits are obviously you get accommodation, you get a severance pay, which is equal your salary, and that's once off. You get an entrance and an exit allowance, which also is once off. Entrance, exit, which is to cover your flight money. And then you get medical insurance coverage. It goes on, guys, in life. And then lastly, there's orientation. So orientation is where they will teach you about the Korean culture. This is where you're going to make friends, and this is where they'll further teach you the same things that you would have learned from your TaLK course. So that is EPIK, guys. Now let's talk about TaLK. Teach and learn Korea. I will add a link below to make things easy for you. So with TaLK, they need the same documents as EPIK, except you do not need a degree. So this applies to people who have completed their degree as well as those who have only completed 2 years of their academic studies. So they need 2 letters from your schools. They need 2 letters of recommendation. They need 2 sealed copies of your academic transcripts. They need an apostilled criminal record check. I said that it costs about 120 to get your fingerprints done. And then they're going to need a copy of your passport. And then I also spoke about a certificate of residency. Now what this is it helps you avoid paying tax in that country. So there are two kinds of taxes that you could pay unless you have the certificate of residency. Now a certificate of residency you get from SARS, it takes about 21 business days. I got mine in 5 days because, guys, everybody knows this. Anybody and everybody that knows me knows that I get things done. My daddy taught me well. Like I don't like lines, so I don't have to join them. So you need a certificate of residency that is to help you avoid paying tax in Korea. Now, I don't know what laws there are in place between South Africa and South Korea, but there are two types of taxes that you could pay. There's a pension fund tax and there's an income tax. I'm not sure if I'm saying these correctly, but these are the two types of taxes that you could pay. Now we South Africans, out of the 7 programs that are eligible for this program, are the only country that does not have to pay for the pension fund. I could be mixing them, I'm not too sure, but I know that I don't have to pay. I think it's the pension fund because I'm from South Africa. And then when you have a certificate of residency, you do not have to pay the income tax. So that's what a certificate of residency helps you with. So basically, you don't have to pay tax because you're from South Africa for the one tax, and then the second one you avoid paying tax because you've got the certificate of residency from SARS, which takes about 21 working days to get back. And also, guys, let me stress this. The first thing that happens when you get here, the first day that you get here, you're going to go through a very thorough medical examination. So they will test for everything, guys. So make sure that you are healthy mentally and physically before applying here, because it will be a waste you having to go back home because you're not healthy. Now, with the TaLK program, you can only teach in rural areas. Now, it's different in a way that with the EPIK one, you could apply to teach in a metropolitan city, but here there's no option for teaching in a metropolitan city. You can only teach in the rural area. That's just how this program is set up, and it's different to the EPIK program. And with this one, you're working 15 hours a week. So instead of 22 hours, you're working 15 hours a week, which for you, some of you might be better, or because the hours are less, which means less work. And then with this one, you're getting paid 1.5 million Korean won. It's an educational scholarship. Yes, it's still a job and it's a full-time job, but it's an educational scholarship, unlike the EPIK program. So with this one, your salary is fixed, whereas with EPIK, your salary goes up every year that you renew your contract. Also, I forgot to mention that with EPIK, you get a renewal bonus, and you also get 300,000 Korean won, which is a settlement allowance, and the same applies here. You also get a settlement allowance of 300,000 Korean won. And yeah, so you're working, so your contract, if your contract is 6 months, you only get an entrance allowance, which is to cover your flight. And if you're staying 12 months, you get an entrance and an exit allowance, which is to cover your flights again. And then you also get accommodation, and obviously there's orientation again, where you make friends and you learn about the Korean culture and how to teach English in Korea, and what are the things that you should look out for, how to be careful not to offend the Korean people, because it is their country after all. So yes, guys, that I think sums up everything. So yeah, thank you so much again for watching. I hope that this clears your confusion regarding things like salary, benefits, and qualifications. But if you still have more questions, please go over to the website. And if you want to comment more, you can just add it down below. Otherwise, again, guys, it's all love from me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.